With tear-filled eyes, Jimin and Jungkook gazed at each other for the last time before parting ways to serve their mandatory military duty. What happened behind those military gates? Why did Jimin seem so choked up, while Jungkook could only offer a faint smile, trying to hide his true feelings? Why did this moment feel so emotional and full of mystery for their fans? In a world always surrounded by media attention and loyal fans, their departure at the military gate sparked various speculations and big questions. BTS, the legendary group that has become globally famous, is now at an inevitable turning point. Its main members must serve their mandatory military duty, and that day, it was Jungkook and Jimin's turn. The entertainment world paused for a moment, as if witnessing an irreplaceable moment, a farewell full of emotion, not just for the BTS members, but for all the loyal army supporting them. Their departure for military service left a huge gap, while also sparking an unrelenting curiosity. Since the beginning of their national service, many questions have arisen among fans. How will they adapt to a life so different from the glamorous world of entertainment? Do they miss the stage and the spotlight that have always been a part of their lives? And more intriguingly, are they secretly preparing a huge surprise that will shake the music industry when they return? Rumors began to circulate, and speculations about a big comeback started to grow. What exactly are Jungkook and Jimin preparing? Is their farewell just the beginning of something bigger? The farewell moment at the military gate became even more dramatic when it was clear how hard it was for Jimin to hold back his tears. Even with the smile that always appeared on his face, Jimin couldn't hide the heavy emotions he felt when he had to depart from Jungkook for an uncertain period of time. Their togetherness as part of BTS had been so tightly bonded, and nothing could replace that closeness. However, even though the separation was painful, there was also a sense of curiosity haunting the fans. What will happen when they return? Will we see something more than just a regular comeback? During their mandatory military service, rumors about preparations for a huge comeback grew stronger. BTS fans not only hoped to see them return with new music, but they also suspected that Jungkook and Jimin were planning an exclusive collaboration project. Could it be that behind their silence on social media, Jungkook and Jimin were crafting a big strategy to shake up the music industry? Would this separation be the beginning of something more revolutionary and profound in the K-pop music world? Many of their fellow soldiers reported that Jungkook and Jimin were often seen having serious discussions about something big. Their talks seemed to become more intense over time. Some even revealed that these two stars might be preparing something that had never been done before in the entertainment world. Does this mean we will soon witness a collaboration between them, or even a sub-BTS unit that will capture attention? Theories about their big plans continued to develop among fans, with speculation about a secret song they might have recorded before entering military service. Sources close to them in the military unit also began leaking information that Jungkook and Jimin were frequently discussing big plans after completing their service. Does this mean we will get a more revolutionary music work? Or perhaps there is an even bigger project they are preparing, involving more than just the two of them? Will their comeback involve the entire BTS? Or will only the two of them take the lead with a special project? Although this separation was shocking, fans still wish the best for Jungkook and Jimin. Not just as members of BTS, but as individuals who have shown their extraordinary talents in the entertainment world. Jungkook, with his incredible skills in various fields, and Jimin, with his unmatched charisma on stage, both have the potential to create something remarkable. Their departure to the military world is not the end of their journey, but rather the beginning of a new chapter full of mystery and surprises. However, despite the many theories circulating about what will happen when they return, one thing is certain: this farewell is not an easy one. As seen in the moment at the military gate, the emotions they showed not only reflected the difficulty of their departure, but also revealed the deep significance of their bond, both on and off stage. They have been through so much together, and although they are now temporarily separated, their bond remains strong. Meanwhile, rumors about the potential comeback continued to echo. Does this mean we will see a big project involving these two stars before BTS returns as a complete group? Some speculation suggests that maybe we will hear a duet song they prepared long before, or even witness them hold a surprise concert once their mandatory military service is over. Perhaps this is all part of a bigger strategy to stir the entertainment world, but one thing is certain: whatever they are preparing, it will undoubtedly be a huge surprise that cannot be ignored. Jimin and Jungkook are not just members of BTS, they are two souls that complement each other. Their chemistry on stage and their presence, always captivating the fans, have become an inseparable part of BTS's success. Now, after a long time in the military world, they will return, and maybe this time, they will come back with something even bigger and more unexpected. The K-pop music world will be shaken once again, and when that moment arrives, we will all witness an extraordinary moment that will never be forgotten in the history of global music. However, even though the speculation about Jungkook and Jimin's big comeback continues to grow, we must ask, is this all really true? Or is it just part of the media game to grab attention and build hype? Some of us might get caught up in the fast flow of information, whether from TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, or other media sources, constantly presenting the latest news about BTS. But we need to question more deeply: how much of the information we receive can we truly trust? It's easy for us to get swept up in the grand narrative offered by social media, especially when it involves idols like Jungkook and Jimin, who already have an enormous influence worldwide. But do we really know the truth behind the news that circulates? When we read sensational headlines like "Jungkook and Jimin prepare spectacular comeback after military service," are we just getting caught in the sensationalism created by the media to draw clicks and views? Or are we actually getting accurate and valid information? Do we believe every theory and speculation that emerges? Many BTS fans, especially the loyal army, often want information that brings joy and great hope about the future of their favorite group. However, in the world of ever-evolving information, it is good for us to reflect on whether this information can be substantiated. As we know, the information we receive comes from various platforms, and not all of them have the same accuracy. It's important to understand that the entertainment and media world has a great power to shape public opinion. Especially in today's digital era, information can be easily produced, spread, and even manipulated for certain interests. For example, many articles and posts circulating about potential collaboration projects or upcoming comebacks might be nothing more than speculation without clear evidence. So, are we ready to get trapped in this game? As consumers of information, we need to question further. Does this article and similar news truly reflect reality? Or is it just a tactic used by some parties to gain attention? On one hand, we want to believe that BTS, as a group that has brought so much joy and incredible works, deserves the attention and loyal fans they have. But on the other hand, we must remember that the entertainment world is often full of mysteries, and not everything can be easily explained. Let's think deeper. What impact do news like this have on us as fans and the general public? Are we just following the flow of information without trying to dig deeper? Do we really feel satisfied with news that only adds to the confusion? Or should we be more careful when receiving each piece of information? What if this news is just part of a larger marketing strategy, deliberately designed to create high expectations among fans? In this case, it's important for us not to just consume information, but also to have a healthy sense of skepticism. Indeed, we certainly want to support our idols wholeheartedly, but we also need to make sure we don't get easily trapped in baseless speculation. How much of this news can truly be proven? We must ensure that the information we receive is the result of thorough verification, not just rumors or news that spread without a strong foundation. Perhaps it's time for us to think critically, reflect on whether every statement in this article is true, or if it's simply made to attract attention. We should ask ourselves, what is really happening behind the scenes? Is this news just created to build hype and distract us from a more complex reality? By doing so, we can be wiser in consuming news and information. Moreover, there's one more thing that needs to be questioned. How does social media play a role in creating big narratives that are then accepted by so many people? Perhaps many of us have become victims of news that seems too perfect and emotionally stirring. But does this mean we should believe it blindly? What happens if we just follow the narrative created by the media and never ask if it's true or just a fabrication?